The BuildHERS podcast has been invited to be a guest at the Greater Fort Worth Builders Association, PWB, in the buildings event that is on April 8th at Builders First Source in Arlington from 11:30 to 1. Lunch will be provided, and we'll be talking about why women succeed in construction. The cost is $25, and the proceeds will go to their scholarship fund. You don't need to be a member to join us. We'd love for you to come out.
Welcome to the BuildHERS Club podcast. We're here to bring you real conversations and fresh insights from a woman's perspective in the construction industry.
Each episode will sit down with incredible guests, female builders, designers, business owners, and industry leaders to talk about the challenges, successes, and experiences that shape our careers.
Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out or simply curious about the industry, this is your space to learn, be inspired, and connect with a community of strong, trailblazing women. Welcome back to the BuildHERS Club podcast, where women in construction and business come together to share real stories of grit, growth, and resilience. I'm Teresa.
And I'm Zan. Today we are having a conversation that doesn't get talked about enough in our industry, aging in construction as a woman.
Ugh.
And wah wah. Construction is often seen as a young person's game, fast-paced, physically demanding, and constantly evolving. But what does it look like to grow within this industry as a woman? How do we navigate the changes in our careers, our bodies, our priorities, and the perceptions that come with it?
Today, we're diving into the realities of longevity in construction, from staying relevant in a changing industry to stepping into leadership, mentoring the next generations, and redefining what success looks like at every stage. This is about more than just aging. It's about evolving, owning your experience, and continuing to build a career that works for you.
But before we get into it, let's talk about what's been happening in our lives other than getting old.
Like, it's such an important topic, but
It
it's a, gosh, I hate the topic too at the same time.
I know.
You
It's
know?
like, I wish we could just go. It's not that, I don't know. It's not that I mind aging. I actually love aging when I think about.
I love who I'm becoming.
Yes, exactly. But
The
I just,
physical
you,
quality of it, I am not so much a fan of.
yes, I want to feel like the way I look. I'm sorry, no.
Yeah.
I want to look the way I feel.
Yes,
Like I feel
yes,
young and I
yes.
feel vibrant, and I'm like,
Yes. And with age has come all the wisdom and all the
Yeah.
experiences we have. And there's just so many different things that used to be a really big deal and no longer are.
Exactly. I need to know what's happening in your world and your week. How have you been? Give me all the scoop.
There isn't a scoop.
Oh,
Like, it's just,
everything's
there's
I-
really nothing to report. I was hoping that you would have something exciting to say.
Well, I think our most exciting things are that I'm trying to keep Davis out of the hospital. I mean, he's jumping off of
Buildings.
rafters,
Yes, right.
and
Is he climbing the roof yet?
not yet, but he's
Okay.
close.
Yeah.
I mean, the other day he had his big water cup,
Okay.
like a Yeti,
Okay.
and with a handle on it, and he rammed it into the bathtub. And I go, son, I was like, but it's like just this like destructor, like
Yeah.
the boy.
He's a boy. Yep.
Yeah. And he looks at me like I'm crazy when I go, what are you doing? And he's like, what? And I'm like,
Because your first was a girl.
yeah. I was like, are you going to go get a job and pay for that hole in our bathtub?
Right.
Like,
Yes.
so right now we are in the middle of just trying to keep,
Yes.
him alive, keep our house intact,
Right.
and
right.
running Brinley all over for her winter guard. So we're winter guard, we're football, we're so
Busy,
it's
yeah.
but it's good. It's good.
I remember those days. I would come
Yeah.
home and my son would be running around on the roof going, "Hey, Mom."
Oh, that day will come.
Oh, and neighbors would be like, "Your son's on the roof again."
Yeah.
I mean, that kid was just, and he'd shimmy up the water pipe to get up there. It wasn't like there was
Oh, you-
access to it.
The
Or he
water
would
pipe.
crawl out the balcony onto the roof. And you know how roofs in Texas are like very pitched.
Yeah.
We don't have a whole lot of flat roofs here.
Right.
Like that kid, I was like, oh my gosh, CPS is going to get called on me. Like, because he just won't stay off the
I
roof.
just don't get the mindset. But then again, I'm a girl.
Well,
so
okay.
it's-
So you
it's
had a
all
girl
that
first. So the boys, I was used to that. The girls is what threw me for a loop.
because you were so
was-
used to the boys.
To the boys, they
Yeah.
fall down, be bleeding
Yeah.
And they'd get up and keep going.
Right.
She'd fall down and get a little teeny tiny scratch and the end of the world happened.
Right.
And you're just like, I'm just staring at her like, what is going on? I don't even know what to do with this.
Yeah.
You know?
Because you're so used to.
Yes.
They're just totally different.
They are.
Yeah.
They're completely different.
It's
I mean, don't get me wrong. She was the child who destroyed a lot of my stuff. But I mean, I told you that, right?
Yeah.
My friend even got me a book. So yeah, she's a hot little mess. But anyway, I don't have a whole lot to report this week. Dogs are doing good.
Sometimes that's the best thing, though.
I mean, my daughter's in boarding school right now, so I'm like an empty nester practically.
Okay. So how's that going?
It's going good.
Nice.
Yep, all that's great.
Nice.
But yeah, so it's just weird. I'm trying to transition myself in a nightly different routines.
Yeah.
And not having her.
So coming up with some like crochet classes. Or
Not yet. I'm working.
Some Zumba.
I need to do that too.
Yeah.
I need to like start looking at doing some hobbies or something like that. Right now I'm just working all the time.
Yeah.
Which is filling my time and I don't mind it because it actually is very fulfilling, but I do need something else.
Yeah.
So yeah. But
Well,
anyway.
Knowing you will find 80 things to do. Probably start a couple more businesses.
I know. I've been looking
sure.
at that. I got my next one planned already. And I'm like, okay, you're not doing this. We are not going to just keep having all these businesses.
I love it. I think it's awesome.
All right. So did you know
Oh.
that the average age for a woman in construction is over 45?
I did know that. We've actually pulled up the same
stats.
Yeah.
Approximately 40% of women in the industry fall into this age bracket, making them slightly older on average than their male counterparts. While the overall median age is 42.
Mm-hmm.
Women tend to be older by only 16.2%. Holy cow.
Think about that for a second when we're talking about aging.
Yes.
In construction.
Construction is aging out.
Yeah.
That is so scary. And then this morning, yesterday, which I thought was super fascinating, this is how bad, well, a couple of things. Our TAB president is now on the committee on a workforce development committee with the governor. So now we actually have some of our TAB is Texas Association of Builders. And so he's going to be on that, helping promote workforce diversity in trades, which is fantastic.
Nice.
But BlackRock, which is the largest asset company in the world, announced a $100 million philanthropic initiative on March 11th to fund training for over 50,000 skilled trade workers in the next 5 years.
When did you pull that? When did you find that?
Today.
This
Yeah,
morning?
it popped up on my Instagram.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That is how bad we need people coming in. And the reason I'm saying this, because we talk workforce diversity all the time.
Development, diversity,
Yes. Or workforce development.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry. Thank you.
You're
and
good.
diversity as well. Because, women need to be in here too.
Yeah.
But the reason I'm bringing that up is because when you look at the average age of being, 42?
Mm-hmm.
Women are 45. There's a huge gap. There's years of a gap there.
Yeah.
And so it's important on several different levels, right? Mentoring in the next generation, but also how do we navigate it? That's the
if you have
and ladies, we do not have by any means.
You have the plan to navigate this, please.
I want to put that out there first. We do not have a plan. We struggle with this daily.
Oh yeah.
Daily. So I do have some things, to bring to the table of helping doing that. And it's something that I'm doing myself, but still. So we got to break the stigma. I think that's the very first thing that we have to do is there needs to be a stigma across the country, and social media is not helping with this, of allowing women to grow old and celebrating that.
Yeah.
Right now, it's disastrous.
Yeah.
Absolutely disastrous. I have a friend who's 46 and is worried about in 5 years that she's not going to have a job. She's in sales based because she's aging out of that position.
That makes me really sad.
I know.
That's awful.
And
because she comes with so
the
much experience.
Yes.
She knows her stuff backwards and forwards.
Yes.
Probably a powerhouse, I'm sure. You said she's in sales?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. And in construction.
Yeah.
In a way. So yeah, it's just.
I think, do you think though, sales is specifically
No,
a
I think it's
segment.
all the way across.
I do. I just think when you're like out there selling and you're the face of the company and you're out there trying to get business, like you can't like hide. Like for example, an estimating person. An estimating person is behind a computer. They're not the face of the company. I'm not saying that they don't have pressure,
right,
in terms of being a woman in general for aging. I'm like aging gracefully or however you want to put it. I'm just saying that like when you have to be out in front of customers and you're the face selling the product, I think there is a little bit more pressure on women that are in sales and that, basically their job. What's the word I'm looking for?
it's over here. Just
It
pull it out
it
of
is
this little bubble right here. That's what I think all the time. I'm like, I know that word. I know that word. I need to just like pull it
Can
out.
you
Yesterday,
say
I couldn't think of.
menopause?
Oh my gosh!
Can you
Yesterday, I couldn't
say
think of
menopause?
advocate. Like I was like, I was trying so hard to think of that word, and it would not come up.
This happens to me all the time.
Yeah, I know.
Does it happen to you?
And therefore, aging.
But I feel, and maybe it's just because I'm in sales. And so I am the face of the company. And I feel like I have to present myself in a certain way. And I'm very cognizant about the way I look and wanting to, like, I don't know, when you look old and tired and
I think there's a difference. I think there's a difference in what you're saying, though. When you look old and tired, there's one thing. And I think it's okay to want to present yourself in your best light.
Yeah.
Right? 100%.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with doing that. I don't care how old you are. You should be doing that.
Oh, absolutely.
I think it's when the perception is I'm too old. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not young enough.
Yeah.
I've got wrinkles. I mean, think about women who are pregnant, how they feel. They could be young. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's our perception of ourselves. I'm not even sure if some men even think of it as much as we do.
I've heard that. I've heard that like they don't like look at like they don't.
I think they want that, especially in our industry. I think qualifications are a bigger
they
deal.
would much rather know that you know what you're talking about.
Cute's going to get you in the door.
Yeah.
But cute may not land you the job.
Oh, yeah. It won't get, surely it will not get you business.
No.
Yeah.
No, well, if you don't have the skill set to keep it.
Right.
Research shows that women start experiencing ageism as early as 40. 40.
Experience what?
Ageism.
Oh, yeah.
40 years old. I never ran into that at 40s.
Yeah.
My 40s were my favorite years of my entire life. Like I loved the 40s. Like I thought they were great. And I didn't really, I came into my own in the 40s. So I felt more confident.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean, we also experienced gender ageism, right?
Yeah.
So women, I mean, I'm sure men, I know men feel the same way. They do not want to get old.
No.
They don't want to get these little pot bellies and lose their hair and go gray either.
No. I don't want to.
But the perception of society says it's okay for them to do that.
Oh, yeah.
But we're struggling in our society because, what did they say? Shots, what was it? Injectables have increased 10% every year since 2020. The sales.
Okay.
Yeah, 10% every year. They keep going up.
I totally
and up
believe it.
So, and in the pandemic, nobody could go to the salons. Nobody could get their nails done. Nobody was buying, trying to look really good. So a lot of people thought, oh, okay, so now finally that's all going out the window. And it doubled as it came back. Like people were like, oh no, look what everything we can do now, you know? So the beauty industry went up after COVID. It died a lot during the pandemic, but just went balls to the walls after.
Right.
And social media, I mean, everywhere on social media. I don't follow it. I don't click it. It doesn't matter though, right? They're still there, and everything is beauty products and lotions and how to, I think that hears me talk about certain things, and so therefore it's popping up. It's listening to me.
Yeah.
And we're inundated with trying to stay young.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a thing.
So think of it the opposite way. Years leading up to this, and women coming into this industry are too young. They don't have any knowledge. They don't have any experience. So they're facing it coming in.
Right.
We're facing it as we're slowly transitioning out.
Right.
So it's kind of a double-edged sword.
It is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in your 30s is when you're having your family.
Yeah. I feel like you can never win.
I think it's an attitude too, right?
Oh, totally.
It's an attitude. And that's kind of what we want to talk today is like how to kind of change that.
Yeah.
As I was saying, society places a high value on youth, a huge value on youth. Women's physical attractiveness is also associated with how young or old they are.
Right.
And I think that's, and I can't believe that after 40, we're considered not in our prime. Like that's what society standards are.
I'm going to go ahead and say, you can shave it.
Yeah.
Whoever said,
right.
Whoever put that down in the books, we need to relook at that, revisit that.
Yes.
That is unacceptable.
Well, and that is just where the danger of social media comes in, right? Because that's what we're inundated.
The downhill slope at 40, we're on the downhill slope, basically. That is what
society, yeah. And then if you go back in cultures all across the world, like in Japan, entering perimenopause, menopause, and you're, hitting that 45, 40 on up, it's celebrated.
Yeah.
It's a celebration of growing old because the wisdom that comes with it.
Right.
Especially matriarchal.
Yeah.
How do I say that?
The matriarch of the family.
Yes. Yeah. Well, in those societies where women play a really big part in decisions, it's crazy to me, in doing the research on this, because I feel this every day.
Yeah.
And it's not that anybody in particular has put this pressure on me. It's me putting the pressure on myself.
Absolutely. It's all about us putting it on ourselves.
I think one of the best things I've done with my daughter is she's a very sense of like, I'm cute. And I've seen her friends even like that. It's so different the way that this generation,
I love it.
Gen Z is like, I'm totally fine wearing my baggy shirts and my, like I look great.
Bryn's the same.
And I'm like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Because I would never have gotten caught like wearing some of the stuff that these girls wear, but they're very proud of themselves.
Oh, yeah.
And I've always said, I'm always getting healthy. I'm getting healthy. I'm never saying I'm losing weight.
No.
I'm doing this. I'm doing that.
Yep.
I've always kept myself up. So Amy kind of knows what that looks like. But her self-confidence and who she is as a person is a bajillion times better than mine was when I was in high school.
Yep. It's interesting that you say that because I've even told Brinley, like, I absolutely love your confidence and it's amazing. I said, but I just want to kind of like also tell you it's always great to kind of stay humble and kind.
Yes.
Like because sometimes I'm kind of like, oh, like, okay. Like, and I celebrate it. Like,
yes.
And I've only said that like twice, but I'm just saying like, just to kind of, cause
I know. It blows my mind, the self-confidence that they exude versus what I was like as a teenager.
Right. Oh, yeah.
I questioned everything from colors to what color of sweatpants. Like, just everything.
I know.
Everything was that brand specific. These kids don't give a rat's hooey about brands.
Oh, we go to thrift stores.
Yes.
And
thrifting is great.
Maxx and like Amazon and like I've taught her like we can find cute stuff for cheap. We don't have to.
No. And I'm not saying all kids are like that. I'm sure that there's a lot that go for the brand names and all that.
Right.
But it just blows my mind. Like you said, no matter what the income level is, thrifting is the thing to do.
Thrifting wasn't cool when I was in
hand-me-downs were horrible.
Oh my gosh. I would borrow my friends' clothes.
Oh yeah.
Because they had all the my friend Monica and Liz, they had the Jabots and like all the like the Cole Haans and all the like name brands, like everything. The
Jordache jeans.
Oh, Jordache. Yeah, Jordache. Here I am. I'm like probably aging myself. The polo shirts. Yeah. Oh, those polo shirts were in when I was like in junior high.
Alligator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the polo guy.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking. There's the alligator one
Yes.
too. What was that one? That was a brand too. I forget
Yeah,
what it was.
It's oh my gosh, my grandpa used to wear
Yeah,
those.
they're still around.
They are. In fact, I think Brian has one.
But they were big.
They were, but what are they called? That's going to drive me nuts.
I don't know. We'll think of it. Put it in the notes down below.
Okay. For all of you who want to go get
or Abby could do a big old pop up of what the brand is. They're talking about this brand. Sorry, ladies.
That's hilarious. But yeah, but we were all about the brands. Like it was all about the Dooney and Burke purses and and I just like, it's like now it's like, I mean, she never talks about a brand. I'd have never heard her talk about a brand name.
It's more about being different.
Oh, yeah.
And finding fun things that look good on you than it is about the brand thing.
And she gets the whole money part of it, which I appreciate, obviously.
Stuff goes away. You're not going to be sit there at 80 years old and go, oh my gosh, I remember that Dooney and Burke purse I had.
No, never.
No.
Never.
You're going to remember, oh, I remember taking that trip with the kids and doing this.
Yep.
You're going to remember the experience in life, not the stuff you got for Christmas in 1982.
No. Yep. Exactly.
Or 2012. You're just not going to remember it unless it was something that was so big of a deal,
Right.
You'll remember your first car. You'll remember it, but it's an experience more than it was.
Absolutely.
You got the first car. It was that fact that driving. It wasn't the kind of car. You'll remember the kind of car it was because it was your first car.
Right.
But in between.
Yeah. No. It's
like something you care about.
No.
I don't know. Milestones you'll remember, but those kind of things, they're just not important.
I know.
So, evolving roles and identity. Transitioning from doing to leading. I think that's for me, it's a really hard thing because I have to constantly tell myself, you're good enough today.
Yeah.
Yes, you found that white gray hair on your chin, but you plucked it, got rid of it. Nobody knows it's there.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, tell the whole world, nobody would know that you had a gray hair on your chin.
Oh, those are the worst. You can't find them. Although they sparkle in the sunlight when you're in your car. Like I'll be in the truck and I'm like getting it out.
Oh,
I have gotten so good. This is so embarrassing. I think I told you this maybe. I'm driving with one hand because it's all about multitasking, right? Working
this is
mom.
why you need a Tesla.
Oh, I know. Driving, and then I've got my tweezers, and I'm like, I'm not looking in the mirror, but I'm driving, and I'm like picking them out.
Like, dear God in heaven,
I know.
You've not told me that.
And I bet can you imagine if someone looks over and they're like, is she serious?
I wish I could be in the car next to you watching that.
Hey,
I would video that and you would be all over TikTok.
Hey, whatever. Hey, I'm multitasking. Who's got time to sit there for like an hour in the mirror? I mean, I'm
You don't have that many hairs for an hour.
Oh, you'd be surprised. Talk about hormones.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. Where were we?
Well, letting go of the need to prove yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that only comes with time.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I have to prove myself in a lot of things anymore. But the aging thing, it really bothers me. One of the things that I was reading about, because I'm really big, on affirmations.
Yeah.
And I really think the only way to kind of change your mindset is how you talk to yourself.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. We're so excited. We have Felicia Wagner here with James Hardy, and they are our sponsor for March. Super excited. You want to tell us a little bit about your company?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. James Hardy invented modern fiber cement siding more than 30 years ago. We are the #1 brand in North America on over 10 million homes and counting. James Hardy building products are engineered to protect against damage from fire, water, extreme weather, pests, and time. Our customers enjoy the peace of mind that comes with low maintenance, high performance exterior siding, trim, soffit, all backed by a 30-year non-prorated limited warranty.
Anybody you can tell me till you're blue in the face, oh my God, Teresa, you're this and Teresa, you're that. But if I don't believe it, it doesn't matter. Because my inner dialogue, my brain is telling me something different. So I've really been cognizant of trying to change my inner dialogue. And one of them is self-affirmations, looking at yourself in the mirror. Because when your brain actually sees you do it, it believes it, right? And then you're
Mhm.
saying it. And you say something, I think it was 10 to 12 times over and over, your brain starts to believe it and it becomes a pattern. And then the rest of your day, your brain just starts thinking about that thought, right?
Mhm.
But when you were sitting there saying, oh my gosh, I look so old, your brain focuses on how old you look. And your whole day is spent, oh my God, where did that wrinkle come from? Oh my gosh, I have more gray hair. Oh my gosh, I don't like the way my body looks. So
Yeah.
it's really how your first thought of the day is really one of the most important. Yep,
Powerful.
because that's what your brain will focus on all day long.
Yeah.
So I started putting affirmations, actually did this morning, on my mirror. And it's like if you talk to yourself and you say it, like, I'm pretty and I what was it? I wasn't
I'm-
on pretty. It was
I'm enough.
nope,
Oh.
it wasn't that.
Do you switch them every day?
This one is particular because I'm struggling with my weight.
Okay.
So it is weight related.
Okay.
I'm skinny. That's what it was. It wasn't skinny. It was
I'm
fit.
healthy,
I'm healthy and
unfit.
fit. There you
Yeah.
go. There you go.
You are
Like I'm healthy
and
and fit, but I'm not as. But mine right here, right? My brain's saying I'm not.
What's that negative brain name?
Gladys. I think I changed the name to Gladys because I can remember Gladys.
Okay.
It used to be a guy, and I'm like, why would I name my brain a guy? Gladys is that little old lady in the rocking chair that just,
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Gladys is a better name for her, and it's something I always remember. It's like the worst old lady name in the world, so I can like remember that, and I just picture her like old and crinkly in the
Crotchety.
corner in a rocking
It's not
chair
as bad
smoking
as
a.
Gertie.
Yeah.
Gertrude.
Well,
They have to be old and
is.
crotchety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's in that corner smoking a corncob pipe, going, "You're so fat," you know.
Oh my gosh.
So I've got to change her. That's what my little devil on the shoulder looks like.
I love that ours are both like crotchety old like men or
women.
No, crotchety old women.
She's a crotchety old woman sitting in that corner. And then, I've got a different one over here. I haven't quite developed her in my head, but I'm going to do that. But just putting it, I'm healthy and fit. I'm healthy and fit. So now my brain all day is going to be focused on being healthy and fit. Right?
Yeah.
And then it takes time. And ladies, I just started. So give me like 6 months and I'll tell you if this is working or not, because I'm reading several books about how big affirmations are.
Yeah.
And saying them over and over and having them all over your house to change the mindset of your brain.
Yeah.
Especially the biggest thing is the first thing you focus on.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can move to other things, but you're manifesting it. That's what manifestation is.
Right.
Over and over and over is saying something that you want to have happen.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only way I know right now of letting go of needing to prove myself on an ageism topic, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes total sense. I would actually love to know if any of our listeners have any hints or tips or tricks.
Oh my gosh.
Or what
If you are
do.
listening or watching this episode, if you would please leave your comments
just
in there and let us
participate with
know
us,
because
we need help. We need your help. We don't know
any tips or tricks on any of that. I mean, I can do everything right. And I have been doing it's all has to do with perimenopause. Right?
Oh yeah.
It's the changing hormones, the high cortisol, insulin spikes, storing the fat. High cortisol, insulin spikes, storing the fat. Like that is my life. That is what is going on in my body right now.
Me too.
So the only way to do that is control the insulin.
Yep.
And so it's really, really hard when your cortisols are all over because your hormones are shifting every which way. And I don't care if you're on HRT, it's still happening.
Oh, absolutely.
And ladies, if you think that movie stars and all these women are not experiencing the same things and doing other things to fix it, you're wrong.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like such as?
GLP-1 shots.
Yep.
Surgeries.
Yep.
They're all doing something.
Yeah. Well,
There's
can you
no
imagine like a movie star who has unlimited funds having personal chef in their house, personal trainer at their
I
beck
think
and call,
they can
a
have all
personal-
that all they want. They're still having issues.
Oh, for sure. I'm just saying it might be a little easier with
It
all the
is.
resources they have.
Well, and
That's
what
all
is
I'm
their
saying.
job? Their job is to look good.
Right.
That is their job. So if your job is to look good and you have the resources to help you do that, they're not getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning, having their coffee, letting the dogs out to go to the bathroom, waking up the husband, waking up the kids, getting everybody ready for school. Let's make some lunches. Let's get everybody to school. Okay, now we got to go to work. So you go to work, you work all day, you take your lunch, you got to meet somebody for lunch, then you come home. Oh, got to get the dry cleaning. You come home, you make dinner, you do the kids' homework. You get the dogs
Chores.
out.
Yeah.
Like they're not doing any of that stuff.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, and where are you working out?
4 a.m. like me.
Right.
That's the only time I have time to go work out.
That is not normal. That is not the norm.
Right.
The norm is what I just said.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's the normal.
And almost every woman I talk to, like, and we talk about this subject, they're just like, I don't have time. And that's a valid thing. Like,
and if they do have time, they're too exhausted.
Yeah. So like this morning, like I almost didn't go to the gym because I had so much I needed to do before I got on the road for work, right? Like before I got the kids off to school and before we were doing all the things. But I was like, nope, just go for, I think I went for like 40 minutes, which normally I go for like an hour. But because it helps my crazy brain. So I did go, but I did get up extra early to do the work so I could get to the gym, so I could get the kids on. But yeah,
and
it's
eventually
a valid
that catches up when you're not sleeping enough, right?
which I don't, as
Right.
you know.
You don't get enough sleep, your cortisol spikes. You don't get enough food, your cortisol spikes.
Yeah.
You get too much food, your cortisol spikes. You look at somebody wrong, their cortisol spikes.
It's so true.
I'm like,
it's so true.
I go to the bathroom and my cortisol is spiking. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
And I'm saying this because
This
this
is-
is what comes along with aging.
Yes, exactly. And
Oh
it's
my
hard
gosh.
to fight. Like it's hard. I mean, I try to eat well. I mean, you know, I've been on this like journey. So I've been eating, I carry my food with me. I get in at least 4 to 5 workouts a week. And yes, I'm seeing progress.
Oh, speaking of that, how much muscle have you gained?
I've gained 5 pounds of muscle in 8 months.
In
Which,
perimenopause, ladies.
yes. And
Which
it's
is really hard to do.
It's very hard
because you're
to
naturally
do.
losing your muscle.
Yes. Yes. And it's super important. Strength training at our age is super important and to build as much muscle as you can. So yes.
So proud of you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
but it's but to that point,
You've been working your butt off.
yeah, but it takes so long. Like in my brain, I should look way more toned
when you
and-
were in your 30s and 20s, you would have.
8 months.
Yeah.
I would be like on a magazine or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
I mean, you know what I
Right.
mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But in perimenopause at almost 50, yeah, forget about it. Anyway, moving on
Well,
to
and I think
what-
this kind of goes into that women overwork to compensate
Oh, yeah.
for their appearance, right?
Oh, yeah.
And what does that cause? Burnout?
Mental
Lots of mental health issues. Yep. A lack of career satisfaction.
Yeah.
When you're burned out all the time.
And then you like don't have anything left for your family. I mean,
Yeah.
it's this whole trickle
A
down.
lot of
effect.
women quit their careers at this time in their life because of perimenopause and they don't understand the switch. A lot of they're attributing a lot of divorces, the divorce
At this
rate at this
time.
age to perimenopause,
Yeah.
the lack of, and I really
I don't
think,
think the husbands understand.
well, okay, number one, until the last maybe 5 years, they just removed the black label box off of our HRT last year.
Right.
Nobody talked about it. There was no care. There was no research.
Mhm.
These men are just as clueless as the women are.
Yeah, which is totally valid.
Right.
Yeah.
So until it becomes a movement and people start talking about it and their wives start understanding their own bodies and what's happening,
Yeah.
they don't know.
Well, my whole situation, I mean, I
Yeah.
didn't know because I was out of estrogen and progesterone that you could mimic signs of manic and bipolar,
Right.
but was going through that.
And if your wives are going crazy, there's a reason.
Yeah. And poor Brian was like, is my wife possessed? Like, what is wrong with her?
She's losing her brain.
Yes. So it's a real thing. Go get your, that's what I tell every single like person that is not feeling right, that's around our age. Like I know I was in perimenopause like 10 years ago, 8 years ago.
Probably after
You can
your son was born, right? Yeah.
Yes.
After your son was born.
Well, my mom had it earlier. Like you can have perimenopause symptoms like in your later 30s. Like
Yeah,
it's
a
not
lot of-
it's not a specific like
No,
age
it's not.
thing.
But it's harder to get pregnant if you're in it.
Well, that's true. Yes.
But really probably started affecting you after he was born.
Yeah. But that was like almost 8 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
People
Yeah.
look at me and they're like, there's no way that you're going through that. I'm like, it's not.
It hit me later in life.
okay,
And the average
yeah.
age is 50,
Yeah.
right? So it hit me a little bit later
Yeah.
than, But I think women are becoming more in tune with their bodies.
Yeah.
I think postpartum is now a thing that is talked about, and now there's care for that. I was watching Hulu and they had a commercial. I think it was Levitar or something like, I don't even know what it was. But now they have a medication that you take for 14 days for postpartum.
Yeah.
I didn't even know
Are you
that existed.
kidding?
No. And it's for women who hit that
wow.
crash because your hormones crash. And I don't know how good it is. And of course, they list all the side effects. And you're going to have a heart attack and a hernia. And, you're going to die 3 days later if you take this medication because they go through all the side effects.
The side effects on those commercials crack me up because I'm like, why would you take that medicine?
Right.
You're going to grow a third eyeball.
Yes,
like, I mean,
you are. And a hernia out your cheek. Like it's ridiculous. But the fact that there's been research into postpartum, right? Where they're like, okay, maybe we got to give the boost to and it's 14 days because that is right after you have the baby is when those hormones crash.
Yeah.
And you need a little bit extra.
I know
right?
I went through it with Davis and didn't know it. I know I did.
Oh, yeah.
Looking back.
Oh, absolutely.
But you don't realize it at the time.
No, because it wasn't, again, something that was researched or spoke about. It was something that all of our issues were always hidden.
Yeah.
And
if you feel it, you just pull up your big girl panties and you don't say anything. You just are like,
yep,
I just had a baby and I'm blah.
Well, and you have to prove yourself, especially
yeah.
if you're in any job. I don't care if it's construction or not. You have to prove yourself. If you're going back to work,
oh yeah,
you got to prove that you have nothing wrong with you.
Oh yeah,
and you're totally fine to be there.
Yep. And you like hide everything.
Oh, you do. I read a quote and it was so awesome. And I think this is what I need to put on my mirror as well.
I hear it.
Aging should be redefined as a superpower.
Oh, I love that.
Isn't that great?
And that is so true.
It should be redefined as a superpower because of all the knowledge.
Oh, the knowledge, and I don't know about you, but not only are you growing and you have wisdom, but like you're able to really focus on imparting that wisdom and mentorship and helping other women and really stepping outside yourself and really kind of helping other women navigate that.
Right.
And that's really like empowering and fulfilling.
Think of all the people that we're mentoring at our age and are coming into this industry. And the power of mentorship and lifting other women up makes you feel, number one, so much better about yourself.
Oh,
and then you're like, okay, I'm so glad I am where I am. I'm so glad I am the age that I am because I wouldn't know this at 25.
Exactly.
And so I think it needs to be kind of a mind shift of who am I helping behind me?
Yeah.
I think that's where we kind of need to have that shift in our brains. Who am I helping behind me?
Instead of focusing on the lines or the little extra cellulite or whatever. That word is so gross, by the way. It is so gross. I used to call it chunkies on my butt. Like chunkies, like
divots.
Oh.
I got a roadmap on oh my gosh.
Oh my word.
I think we're now becoming the voice in the room that we used to have to fight for, be heard. And when you're at this age, people now start to listen. It's funny because, think about it. I've kind of flown under the radar in this business. Yeah. I don't advocate. I'm not out there going, ooh, Teresa Williams, blah, 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 blah. Isn't she great? Yeah. Nobody has any clue really until this podcast what I do or what I've done. And I've gone up in different committees and everything, and I now have people coming up to me and men coming up and asking opinions. And are you going to be at this? Will you be a part of this?
Yeah.
And they never would have asked me that 20 years ago, even 15 years ago.
Right.
I had to fight to earn my right to be here, right? And anybody should honestly have to do that, right?
Absolutely.
You've got to fight for your right to be there. So I just think that
earn your stripes.
We need to build people and not projects.
Yeah.
I think that it's okay. Like I love the aspect, like I told you, I love the aspect of where I'm at my life, where I'm at emotionally, we're almost physically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still working on that. It's going to be a struggle forever. It's probably going to be, it's what God comes sometimes gives you the struggles so that you pay attention a little bit more to him than you do everything else. Right. So,
and you're doing amazing.
I know. But again, my inner mind is, Gladys is over there offering me a chocolate bar, telling me how much I want it.
Oh, those chocolate castles. I call them chocolate castles.
So let's talk about redefining success.
All right.
What success looks like in different seasons.
Well, I mean, when I think about success, I think about like you kind of were talking about earlier, it's about, giving back more than you're taking and that type of thing. If you're talking about success in aging, I mean, in what terms of success are you talking about?
Well, if you look at it like your early career success was proving yourself.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So in your career, you had to prove yourself. You came in that door and you were too young to be here.
Yeah.
Right? So you had to prove yourself. And now success, I think it shifts from validation to alignment. Like your goals are different.
Yeah.
You're slowly creating your exit plan to move out, as you should be.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to work forever.
No.
I mean, some people do. I will probably always do something.
Yeah.
But just to keep my mind and brain busy, because I really think that's important. I don't know if retirement will ever be a true retirement. I'll do something.
Plus, if we're not helping people, we're not.
Yes.
We will be helping people for the rest of
I
our
will
lives.
be with my charity doing something. So if that's all I do, I will have some sort of a purpose there.
Right.
But it's success is you're not looking for the validation anymore. You're looking for the alignment. You've set your boundaries. You've made your bed.
And you're good with it.
Yes. And you're happy to sleep in it.
Oh, yeah. It feels really
good. So these
are
are all the good parts of aging, right?
Yeah.
I don't think women mind getting old in that aspect. I think it's the physical aspect that really affects us.
Yeah.
I think we're choosing flexibility and balance.
Yeah.
I think we're choosing what matters most at this. The boundaries are the biggest thing that I think we put in place.
Yeah. I've learned over time our value it's never meant to come from the outside. It definitely comes from who we are, how we show up, like you said.
Well, I think we have to define our own success.
Absolutely.
What does success look like to you?
Right.
What does success look like to me?
What you bring to the table,
Right. Everybody has their own definition of what success is.
Oh, absolutely.
What is your definition of success? Like if you were going to sit and talk to a group of girls coming into this industry, what would your definition of success be?
So you know me, and you know that I have probably 18 million words on what I want to say.
So we're going to go down to 2 million.
Yeah. So I've actually thought okay, how do you shorten this the best you can? And it truly is. Success is giving back more than you're taking. It's who are you helping? It's, success to me isn't about what I have in my bank account or what house I live in. Or now, of course, if you're successful and you are, making the money and you are doing traveling and having the things, I mean, that might to somebody be successful. That's not what successful looks like to me.
Right.
It truly does mean who am I impacting? How can I make a difference?
Right.
How can I bring other women with me here or, at my church or wherever, right? Every day is a new opportunity to shine your light and truly use your God-given gifts to help other people. That's how
Somebody told me that the best way to define a success is to write your own obituary.
Ooh.
What would you want your obituary to say?
Have you done that?
Yeah.
You've already
Which
done
is
that.
one of the reasons why I started the charity, because that I want to be one of the focuses of what I did to help other people in my life. People are not going to care how much money you made.
No, they don't.
They don't care. They don't care what your house looks like, what your cars.
You drive.
They care about your children.
Yeah.
You were succeeded. What is the word for that I'm looking for? Survived by, your children.
Yeah,
You're the grandparent, to these many grandchildren.
Yeah.
You did this for, workforce development and, all the things that we're really passionate about and helping, children and women with mental health. And I mean, write your own obituary. You want to know where to go in your life, write your own obituary.
That's a great suggestion. I think I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of creepy in a way.
It is a little bit.
But if you think about it, you're writing what really, truly matters. You're writing your legacy.
Yeah, that's true.
What is your legacy? What do you want to leave behind?
But do you think this is kind of tricky only because you see yourself differently than other people see you? So writing that
is how other people are going to see you, not how you're going to see you.
But you're writing it. So it is how you see you.
Yes. No, it's how you see you wanting. It's defining your success.
Yeah.
That is defining your success. But what does success look like to you?
Do you see what I'm saying though? Like you're writing your own obituary and you're writing it.
Yep.
Like I would like to see you write it and then like someone who's very close to you who knows you write it. Do you see what I'm saying?
I do, but the whole point of it is defining what success looks like to you in your obituary, right?
Yeah.
Because when you die, that is your legacy. That's your success.
Yeah. No, I see what you're saying.
And of course, it's going to be maybe different than what somebody else. I mean, I think my child writing it was like, oh my gosh, she was the best mom. And, she was, so caring about other people, blah, 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 blah. Whereas I define it differently, a little bit differently in my legacy that I left behind.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's just something that I was like, that was the most interesting thing I'd ever read was if you really want to know what kind of a legacy to leave, write your own obituary.
I'm going to do that.
Your success. You have to come back and read it.
I will do that.
All right. Well, this I think is a super important and honest conversation because it's something that plagues our minds constantly as women, right? And trying to find that balance of being okay with in the internal you and also the external you is a really hard thing to do.
Right.
It's not something to fear, even though I think we do, but I think the shift in society needs to come that we embrace it. As with time comes experience, confidence, and the ability to lead with clarity and purpose that only comes from walking a long path, that we've done.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm shuffling papers around. Whether you're just starting out or you've been in the industry for decades, there is space for you to grow, evolve, and redefine what success looks like in every season of your career. If this episode resonated with you, well, first and foremost, thank you so much. If you're listening, if you follow us, we just so appreciate it because we couldn't be doing this without our support system. So thank you for that. But if this episode resonated with you, share it with another woman in the industry who needs to hear this message. Let's continue building a community that supports women at every stage, not just the beginning.
Don't forget to subscribe. Please leave a review and stay connected with us at the BuildHERS Club. Until next time, keep building, keep leading, keep showing up exactly as you are. Xanica, take us away with a quote.
The industry might notice how you look, but it will remember how you led. And when we stop placing our value on the outside, we start showing other women what real confidence and real impact actually looks like.
I like it a lot. Again, that's leaving your legacy behind.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much for listening.
Thank you. Love you. Bye.
BuildHERS Club is a production by Monarch Media Hub.
Recorded and edited by MZ Studios and executive produced by the amazing Abigail Thompson.
Hosted by me, Teresa Williams.
And me, Xanica Scusa. If you have a topic you want us to discuss, message us on Instagram at BuildHERS Club.
Or email us at hello@monarchmediahub.com. That's HELLO@monarchmediahub.com.
And as always, when commenting, please use grace. We're here to build each other up.